we have consistently tried to speak with one voice on the regional projects that we thought were very important to the business community. As I said, we've done this for 12 to 15 years. We share with our council members, we share with our county board members. We've been to Springfield to talk to the Secretary of Transportation a couple times. And we felt this year that we really needed to step out even further. All of our chambers were involved in trying to get the Capitol bill passed, and we're down there lobbying. And we felt we needed to meet with the chairs of the House and Senate Transportation Committee.
I'm here to listen to the chamber. This is a very candid meeting with many of the chambers, and their interest is when do the projects start? You know, when will the capital program reach our community?
If you got the money today, the number one thing, shovel ready to go. And
well, we've got them already outlined. You know, for my area, two of the big ones are Veterans Drive and Technology Boulevard. Those are two huge projects that really those communities have worked for decades on. And you know, Senator Reisinger has some in his area as well. Those have already been outlined in the capital bill, and what we need to do in order to implement the capital bill is now secure the revenue.
Yeah, I'm going to use my chairmanship to ensure that the projects for this region are, when they become funded, that they remain funded. What we did in a very bipartisan way is that we outlined in the capital program, line item by line item, project by project, and they're going to be up on the internet by the Illinois Department of Transportation. I'm going to use the gavel and ensure that these projects that these gentlemen outlined have fought so hard for this region remain funded and that they're not rated down the road. That's important.
Are there particular projects that come to mind that are continually not funded?
Well, we have 336 that goes from Peoria down to Macomb area through Canton. That one, you know, IDOT is working on the phase 1. They need to complete that phase 1 so that we can actually fund the construction. The Eastern Bypass lacks funding, so there's millions of dollars that need to be funded in that area. But also Pekin had projects and Chillicothe, and they're spread over the region. I don't think there was any one area that got all the projects funded, and it's always going to be that way. You're never going to have enough money to fund everything that's out there.
You know, I will not be of any use to the people of Illinois unless I ensure that, you know, the taxpayers' funding reaches back every corner of the state, and these two partners that I have are going to help me ensure that the money that is collected in Springfield returns back to the districts, and we're going to see that in the capital program.
Senator, one of the biggest criticisms, you hear it everywhere, Chicago's going to get the lion's share.
I think it's a myth. There's no doubt that it's a myth. You know, I think everyone gets their fair share. The Chicagoland region generates about 65% of the motor fuel tax that goes to the road fund. There's been an age-old formula of 55-45 split between the District 1, which is the Chicagoland in northeastern Illinois, and the rest of the state. And it's been a formula that's held up throughout the last decade, and it's proved to be beneficial to the entire state.
What are some of the biggest issues they brought to you today that you're going to act on for Central Illinois?
I think in general, you know, there's concern that we work real fast to find a solution to either shoring up the revenue streams for the capital program. You know, the video poker is like 30–40% of the revenue stream for the capital program, and you know, this region is anxious for its road projects like the Eastern Bypass and a number of other projects. That's all on hold until we finalize the revenue streams for the capital program. And so, you know, there's got to be greater dialogue and greater discussion between our federal delegation, Secretary LaHood, and our congressional delegation, along with the legislative body, as well as with the chambers. That sometimes is challenging, and everyone's busy in Washington, and people are busy in Springfield. Sometimes the lines of communication aren't as clear, and so there's a call for by the chambers to really engage in a real partnership of governance for the sake of the region.
One thing I'll say is just that it's real clear that you know, the road projects in particular are so important, not just because it's nice to drive on new roads, but because our economy depends upon having a good infrastructure and transportation system. If we don't have that, we don't move forward in terms of job creation.